Hello everyone, this is Pratiksha Misra and welcome back to another video tutorial of PM by Pesin Academy. जोड़ी आपण क्लियर करि परिबे आपणकर सब कांसेप्ट आ एटी प्रोवाइड करा जाय आपणको नोट्स आपणकर प्लस 2 एग्जाम हो किबा प्लस 3 एग्जाम हो सब नोट्स आपण एटी पाई परिबे एंड ता सहित एटी मोस्ट इंपोर्टेंट मोस्ट प्रोबेबल MCQs मध्ये प्रोवाइड करा जाय जा कि आपणकर PG एंट्रेंस बीएड एंट्रेंस प्लस 2 CHSC एग्जाम प्लस 3 सेमिस्टर एग्जाम सब एग्जाम रे वेरी इंपोर्टेंट. सो चलन ताले स्टार्ट करिबा हमर आज का वीडियो रो टॉपिक आपण ऑलरेडी तो थंबनेल देखि सारिबेनी ह्यूमन डाइजेस्टिव सिस्टम्स MCQs ऑन ह्यूमन डाइजेस्टिव सिस्टम. सो प्रीवियसली हमें 8-9टा वीडियो रे डाइजेस्टिव सिस्टम टोटल सारी देचंती. आज हम स्टार्ट करिबा जाउचंती हमर MCQs पार्ट. मु जहां भी नोट्स ऑलरेडी देई सारची ता छडा आउ गोटे नोट्स मु मध्य एठी दे देची आपण माने देखि पारथबे स्क्रीन ऊपर एठी मु टोटल डाइजेस्टिव सिस्टम जति लिखिबा आवश्यक सेति कि मु बने देची नोट्स आपण एठी पॉज करके मध्य लिखि पारिबे कि स्क्रीनशॉट नै कि मध्य वीडियो रो लिखि पारिबे टोटल नोट्स एंड एक्स्ट्रा इन्फॉर्मेशन टोटल मु क्लास रे देची सबु चैप्टर ऊपर ईच एंड एवरी पार्ट ऊपर गोटे गोटे पर्टिकुलर वीडियो बनै कि देची सेथरु आपण लेखंतु जानतु डिस्क्रिप्शन ने मु लिंक मध्य दे देबी डिस्क्रिप्शन को जिबे लिंक रे क्लिक करिकरी सबु प्रकार डाइजेस्टिव पार्ट को देखिए एंड जहाँकि बहुत इंपोर्टेंट से पार्ट न देखिले आपण केबे भी MCQs पार्ट क्लियर भी करि परिबे नाही. सो एबे चलन तो स्टार्ट करिबा हमर फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन. The first question is, the enzymes present in pancreatic juice are option A, amylase, trypsinogen, peptidase or renin, trypsinogen, lipase, amylase and procarboxypeptidase, option C, peptidase, pepsin, amylase and renin, or option D, maltase, amylase, trypsinogen and pepsin. And the correct answer is option B, that is trypsinogen, lipase, amylase and procarboxypeptidase. These are the 4 enzymes which are present in pancreatic juice. I have already told about you that pancreas is a mesocrine gland, that is it functions both as a endocrine gland and exocrine gland. So the pancreatic juice is the function of exocrine part. That means the pancreatic juice is helps in digestion process, and the endocrine function is the hormone part. The hormones which are secreted from the pancreas, that is the endocrine function of pancreas. But here we are discussing about the digestive system. That's why the pancreatic juice are the exocrine function, and these juice are trypsinogen, lipase, amylase and procarboxypeptidase. Okay, next question. Which of the following hormones stimulates the production of pancreatic juice and bicarbonate? Insulin and glucagon, cholecystokinin and secretin, gastrin and insulin, or angiotensin and epinephrine? So here the clear cut answer is option B, that is cholecystokinin and secretin. These are the two hormones are secreted from the lining of the duodenum, and it stimulates the production of pancreatic juice and bicarbonate. Number 3 question. Infant's gastric juice contains nuclease, pepsinogen, lipase, maltase, pepsinogen, renin, amylase, renin, pepsinogen, lipase and renin. And the correct answer is pepsinogen, lipase and renin. These are the 3 gastric juice which are present mostly in case of infants. Next question. Number 4, the absorption of fructose by intestinal mucosa is co-transport mechanism, simple diffusion, facilitated diffusion or active transport. And the right answer is facilitated transport. Next, number 5, carboxypeptidase requires dash for its activity: copper, niacin, iron or zinc. Zn means zinc. And the correct answer is zinc. Carboxypeptidase requires zinc for its activity. Next, sodium, that is Na+. Sodium and other carrier ions facilitated absorption of amino acids, fructose, fatty acids and glycerol, fatty acids and glucose, amino acids and glucose. And the correct answer is amino acid and glucose. Next class रे absorption विषय रे पढ़िबा जाउची. That means carbohydrate absorption, protein absorption, fat absorption, mineral absorption, water absorption, ए सब absorption ऊपर मु पढ़िबा को जाउची. So सेते बेले हम जब absorption पढ़िबा क्लियरली बुझी परिबे ए सब absorption केमिति होउची, क्या द्वारा होची एंड फैसिलिटेटेड डिफ्यूजन कौन फैसिलिटेटेड एब्जॉर्प्शन कौन कौ प्रकार सब ट्रांसपोर्ट रोची सिंपल डिफ्यूजन फैसिलिटेटेड ट्रांसपोर्ट एक्टिव ट्रांसपोर्ट को ट्रांसपोर्ट ए सब विषय रे पूरा क्लीयरली बुझाई देबी नेक्स्ट क्लास रे सो वर्तमान पई हमर करेक्ट आंसर होची ऑप्शन डी Na plus and other carrier ions facilitate absorption of amino acid and glucose option D. Next number 7, secretin and cholecystokinin that is CCK are secreted in pyloric region, ileum, duodenum or esophagus. I have already told about you these two hormones are secreted from the lining of the duodenum which is a part of small intestine. Next, which of the following hydrolytic enzymes act in low pH? Peroxidases, hydrolases, amylases or proteases? And the correct answer is proteases. Proteases are the enzymes which are help in the protein digestion. Next, number 9. Which of the following is synthesized and stored in the liver cells? Galactose, galactose, glycogen or arabinose? In previous class I have told about you this glycogen is stored in the liver cells and glycogen break down to glucose to provide the energy. So here is the correct answer is glycogen which is stored in liver cells. Next number 10 question. The disease caused due to deficiency of nicotinic acid is anemia, osteomalacia, xerophthalmia or pellagra? And the answer is pellagra. Nicotinic acid deficiency causes pellagra disease. Number 11. Name of the glands associated with the human digestive system. This is very easy. 3 associated glands are present. I have already discussed about you in previous class that are the 3 glands are salivary glands which secrete 2 types of enzyme that is salivary amylase which helps in digestion and another one is lysozyme which has antibacterial property. Next, liver is the second associated gland, that means associated digestive gland, and it is the largest gland of our body, and liver stores the glycogen which converted to glucose and provides energy. Next, pancreas is the third associated digestive gland. So the 3 associated digestive glands are salivary gland, liver and pancreas. So option D is the correct answer. Next, number 12. Arrange the correct sequence of the steps involved in the process of human digestive system. First, digestion, ingestion, assimilation, egestion and absorption. Ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation and egestion. Egestion, absorption, digestion, assimilation and ingestion. Assimilation, absorption, ingestion, digestion and egestion. So in first class, I have already told about you, I have already discussed about this ki option B, that is first ingestion, taking of food, then digestion, that is digested, the inject food was digested, that is it converted to the simpler forms of the food. Next, absorption means the minerals, vitamins get absorbed. Then assimilation means utilization of absorbed food. Then egestion means excretion of the unnecessary materials or unnecessary food materials. So first process is ingestion, then digestion, then absorption, then assimilation and then egestion. So this is the steps which are arranged in a correct manner, that is option B. So option B is here the correct answer. Next, number 13. In which part of the body digestion of protein begins? Pancreas, stomach, small intestine, large intestine. And here the correct answer is option B, that is small intestine. Why? In small intestine, duodenum is present, and in duodenum all types of food get digested, and duodenum is a part of small intestine. That's why small intestine is the only part of the body in which digestion of protein begins. Next, what is the function of hydrochloric acid? So जते बेले मु स्टोमाक विषय रे पढैतिली सेते बेले मु एमानकर एंजाइम हाइड्रोक्लोरिक एसिड सब विषय रे पढैतिली सेते बेले भी मु कहितिली जे ये पेप्सिन एंजाइम को इफेक्ट कराए ताको एक्टिव करे दे एंड ये आल्सो आम बैक्टीरिया को मारी दबारे हेल्प करे. दैट मीन्स आम बॉडी भितर यार एंटीबैक्टीरियल प्रॉपर्टी बेसी अछि. सो अकॉर्डिंग टू द ऑप्शंस इट मेक्स पेप्सिन एंजाइम इफेक्टिव एंड इट आल्सो किल्स बैक्टीरिया व्हिच मे एंटर इन स्टोमक विथ फूड. So the right answer is both option I and 2I, that is option C is the correct answer. Okay. Next, number 15 question. Name the largest part of the alimentary canal. Large intestine, small intestine, liver or stomach? That is small intestine. I have already told about this ki the length of the small intestine is very large in comparison to large intestine, but the thickness of the large intestine is larger in comparison to small intestine. So the largest part of the alimentary canal in lengthwise is small intestine. That's why the option B is the correct answer. Next, number 16. Complete digestion of food occurs in stomach, small intestine, pancreas or large intestine. And the correct answer is obvious, small intestine, because the part duodenum is present in small intestine and duodenum completes digestion. Next, number 17. What is the function of bile juice secreted by liver? It makes the food alkaline, and this is the correct answer. Why? सो आगर भी कही रखी जे पर्यंत आमर फूड आल्कालाइन न हो जाइची, काइम काइल कन्वर्ट न हो जाइची, से पर्यंत केबे भी खाद्य डाइजेस्ट हेबो ही नाही। जो माने काइम काइल न जानिचंती से माने प्रीवियस क्लास जाके देखंतु आराम से बुझी परिबे काइम कोन काइल कोन। फिर भी मु आउथरे कहि रखुची काइम आमर एसिडिक पार्ट जेतेबेले खाद्य बोलस होइकी, दैट मीन्स च्यूड फूड प्लस सालिवा इज बोलस, जेतेबेले खाद्य बोलस होइकी इंटेस्टाइन को आसी थाए सेतेबेले केमिकल सहित मिसिकी HCl सहित मिसिकी एसिडिक हो जाय थाए, बोलस काइम रे कन्वर्ट हो जाय थाए। एंड काइम जते पर्यंत अल्कालाइन हेकरी काइल ले कन्वर्ट न हो जायछि से पर्यंत से डाइजेस्ट हेई ही पारिबनी। सो ए काइल करेबारे हेल्प करे किए ना बाइल जूस, जे कि लिवर रु सिक्रेट हेई थाए। एंड यार फंक्शन कोन? यार फंक्शन होची ए फूड को अल्कालाइन करे दबो। सो जेहेतु यार फंक्शन ये फूड को अल्कालाइन करे दोछि, इसते पे हमर ऑप्शन ए होची करेक्ट आंसर। इट मेक्स द फूड अल्कालाइन, दैट्स व्हाई द ऑप्शन ए इज द करेक्ट आंसर। ओके, नेक्स्ट नंबर 18. नेम द हार्डेस्ट material present in the body. Dentin, pulp, enamel, none of the above. And here the correct answer is enamel. Enamel is the hardest material of our body. Next, in which part of our body food get absorbed? Small intestine, large intestine, stomach and liver. In small intestine ने तीनटा पार्ट अच्छे, डिओडेनम, जेजुनम एंड इलियम। डिओडेनम केवल आमर डाइजेशन ने हेल्प करे, जेजुनम रे किछि डाइजेशन हुए, किछि एब्जॉर्प्शन हुए, एंड इलियम रे आमर टोटाल एब्जॉर्प्शन हेइथाय। सो इलियम जेहेतु आमर स्मॉल इंटेस्टाइन नो गोटे पार्ट, सेथि पई फूड रो एब्जॉर्प्शन स्मॉल इंटेस्टाइन ने हेइथाय, एंड दैट्स व्हाई ऑप्शन ए इज द राइट आंसर। नेक्स्ट, नंबर 20. द अनडाइजेस्टेड फूड स्टोर्ड इन द लिवर इन द फॉर्म ऑफ कार्बोहाइड्रेट इज कॉल्ड पॉप, glucose, glycogen, carbohydrate. And the undigested food stored in the liver in the form of carbohydrate is glycogen. Glycogen get converted into glucose and then provide the energy. And the storage form of carbohydrate is glycogen. It stored in liver. Function of tongue is to help in the act of swallowing, help in mixing saliva with the food, help in speaking, or all of the above. We know the answer, that is all of the above. The function of tongue is help in act of swallowing, it helps in mixing saliva with the food and makes bolus, it helps also in speaking. So all of the above is the right answer. Next, number 22. Fat digestion is facilitated by bile juice, pancreatic juice, gastric juice, or none of the above. And fat digestion is facilitated by bile juice. Why? Because bile juice secreted a enzyme, that is lipase, and lipase is the only enzyme which can digest the fat. So bile juice is the correct answer. Next, number 23. The end product of fat digestion is amino acid, starch, fatty acid, or glucose. And the end product of fat digestion is fatty acid. Amino acids are the end product of protein. Starch and glucose, starch is not the last product, glucose is the last product of carbohydrate. Okay, so inner lining of gut, stomach and liver is composed of simple squamous epithelium, simple columnar epithelium, simple cuboidal epithelium, or compound epithelium. And the lining of gut, that means the inner lining of gut, stomach and liver is composed of simple columnar epithelium. That is option B is the correct answer. Next, number 25. A lubricant mucin in saliva is made up of glycoprotein, polysaccharides, phospholipids, or myosin. And the correct answer is glycoprotein. Glycoprotein is the only which can make mucin. Next, number 26. During digestion, the lymphatics of the intestine become filled with fat globules which give white color to the lymph. This lymph is called chyle, hemoconia, fluid plasma, or bilirubin. And the correct answer is chyle. Next, number 27. Submucosa is thickest in stomach, esophagus, intestine or rectum. And the correct answer is esophagus. Submucosa is thickest in esophagus. जो माने भी esophagus रो video देखी नांदी समान जाए कि देखी नियंतु. Next, number 28. Which of the following is not a human salivary gland? Parotid, submaxillary, sublingual or infraorbital. I have already told about you this. Infraorbital is not a human salivary gland. ताली ये कहार जाउची ये रैबिट र जाउची इंफ्राऑर्बिटल रैबिट र सैलिवरी ग्लैंड रे जाउची एंड कैट र के जाउची जो मन देखि नांती ते कि देखि दियन तो कैट र सैलिवरी ग्लैंड को हमें कोन बोली कहउचंती बट ह्यूमन न तीनटा सैलिवरी ग्लैंड रहची गोटे होची पैरोटिड ग्लैंड गोटे सबमैक्सिलरी ग्लैंड आ गोटे सबलिंगुअल ओके नेक्स्ट डाइजेशन इज एब्जॉर्प्शन ऑफ वाटर एब्जॉर्प्शन ऑफ फूड कन्वर्शन ऑफ नॉन डिफ्यूजिबल फूड पार्टिकल इन डिफ्यूजेबल फूड पार्टिकल और नॉन ऑफ द अबव एंड डाइजेशन इज द प्रोसेस ऑफ कन्वर्शन ऑफ non-diffusible food particle in diffusible food particle. Next, number 30. Animals eating own fecal matter are sanguivorous, frugivorous, coprophagous or detrivorous. This is very important question. Animals eating own fecal matter is coprophagous. Next class रे मु एमान को ऊपर डिस्कस भी करबा को जाउची जे माने coprophagous कोन पई हेई थांती. नेक्स्ट टाइम जब absorption पढिबा नेक्स्ट क्लास रे सेबे मु डिटेल्स रे बुझे देबे जे माने coprophagi कोन पई माने निजरो ओन fecal matter को खाई दियंती. ओके सो नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन को जिबा 31. Which word best describes the action of bile on fats? Neutralizes, digest, emulsifies or absorbs? And the right answer is emulsifies. कहीं ता मध्य में फैट एब्जॉर्प्शन ने बुझिबा. डाइजेशन ऑफ प्रोटीन इज नेसेसरी ड्यू टू proteins are not absorbed as such, proteins are large molecules, proteins have complex structure, proteins are made up of amino acids and the right answer is proteins are not absorbed as such. Digestion of protein is necessary due to proteins are not absorbed as such. Next, removal of stomach causes dumping syndrome, Turner syndrome, emphysema or none of the above and the right answer is dumping syndrome. Next, the chief function of bile is to digest fat by enzymatic action, emulsify fats for digestion, eliminate waste products or regulate digestion of proteins. And the chief function of bile is to emulsify fats for digestion. Emulsification means break down or cutting down. So fat जेतबेला हमें खांती सेतबेला से गोटे complex food material हेकी जाय थाए and ताको छोट खंड रे भांगीबा को emulsification process बोली कुआ जाय. And emulsification process कहा द्वारा हुए liver रो secrete होतबा bile द्वारा हुए कहीं ना से हमर प्रेजेंट थाए lipase is the only enzyme which can digest fat or which can helps in the emulsification of fats. That's why the correct answer is option B, emulsify fats for digestion. Next, number 35. Function of HCl in stomach is to kill microorganisms of food, facilitate absorption of food, activate pepsinogen to pepsin, or both A and C are correct. And the right answer is both A and C are correct. That means HCl can kill microorganisms which are present in food and it can also activate pepsinogen to pepsin. Next, HCl is secreted by zymogen cells, oxyntic cells, Kupffer cells or mucous cells. And HCl is secreted by oxyntic cells which are present in stomach, in the lining of stomach. Next, number 37. Liver is called the reticular gland because the shape is reticular. It contains reticular tissues, lobules, branches and anastomosis with one another to form a network, or hepatic duct and cystic duct unite to form the bile duct. And the correct answer is lobules, branches and anastomosis with one another to form a network. That's why liver is called reticular gland. Okay, next, number 38. End products of protein hydrolysis are mixture of amino acids, sugar, peptidases or 25 amino acids. And the protein hydrolysis, that means the end product of protein hydrolysis are mixture of amino acids. Why? Because the last product of protein is amino acid and the end product of protein hydrolysis are mixture of amino acids. That means so much amino acids. Okay, number 39. Acid secretion in stomach is stimulated by gastrin, histamine, vagal discharge or all of these. And the correct answer is all of these. Acid secretion in stomach is stimulated by gastrin, histamine and vagal discharge. Okay. Next, number 40. So gallbladder is the part of left lobe of liver, right lobe of liver, common duct of liver, all of the above. And the correct answer is right lobe of liver. जो मैंने भी न जानी चंती से माने associate digestive gland को जानतु बारे देखि देबे सेठी पढ़ाई छि पूरा भल से liver रो डायग्राम करी के बुझाई जाय छि liver gallbladder कोठी प्रेजेंट अछि gallbladder जो duct बाहर छि ताको कोन कुआ अछि ताको cystic duct कुआ अछि से कोठी मिसि से मानकर फंक्शन कोन सब किछि कुआ जाय छि ताले मूव करबा नंबर 41 which of the following will not take place when glucose is taken as food? Ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation. And the correct answer is digestion. Why? Because glucose is a simpler form of carbohydrate and the simpler forms cannot get digested, it only get absorbed. That's why when we take glucose as food, it cannot digested in our body. If we take carbohydrates or if we take maltose, then it can be digested inside our food because maltose is not a monosaccharide, is a disaccharide, and glucose is a monosaccharide, is the simplest form of carbohydrate, and that's why glucose cannot be digested inside our body. It can be only absorbed inside our body in ileum part. Okay, next, number 42. In the wall of alimentary canal, which is true sequence from outer to inner? Serosa, longitudinal muscle, mucosa, submucosa. Then mucosa, serosa or longitudinal muscle. Option C, serosa, lung muscle, circular, submucosa or mucosa. And this is the correct sequence. Option C is the correct sequence. In the wall of alimentary canal, serosa, lung muscle, circular, then submucosa, then mucosa. These are the correct sequence of the alimentary canal from outer to inner side. That means serosa is the outer layer and mucosa is the inner layer. Okay, next, number 43. The toxic substance are detoxicated in human body by, I have already told about you, liver is the only part of our body which can do the detoxification process. So the detoxicated process occurs inside our body through liver. Next, in man, cellulose is digested in the cecum, the colon, the appendix, or not digested at all? No, it not digested at all. Why? Because we can't digest cellulose, because our body can't able to digest cellulose. Why? Because किछि बैक्टेरिया एमती थांती किछि सिम्बायोटिक बैक्टेरिया किबा किछि प्रोटोजोआन पैरासाइट प्रेजेंट थांती हम बॉडी रे जदी प्रेजेंट थांते ताहाले आमे डायरेक्ट सेल्युलोज को डाइजेस्ट करि पारि थांते आम बॉडी रे सेतेटा बिल्कुल भी कैपेसिटी नाही जे आमे डायरेक्ट सेल्युलोज को डाइजेस्ट करि परिबा बट आम बॉडी पई सेल्युलोज निहाती भाबे दरकार जहा कि मो फर्स्ट जेतेबेले क्लास करथिली फर्स्ट डाइजेशन क्लास रे मो कहितली जे आमे सेल्युलोज को इनटेक करिबा निहाती भाबे दरकार एंड सेल्युलोज को आमे रफेज फॉर्म रे इनटेक थांती बे रफेज कौन रफेज थाए जते प्रकार पल्सेस अछि सीरियल्स अछि समान को हमें रफेज फूड अंडर रखि थांती रफेज होची सेल्युलोज रो पार्ट सो डायरेक्ट सेल्युलोज को हमें केबे भी डाइजेस्ट करि परिबा नाही सेथि पई हमें तार फॉर्म को तार सब्स्टिट्यूट हिसाब रे हमें रफेज को खाउचंती. So in case of human, cellulose can't be digested and the right answer is option D, that is not digested at all. Okay, so let's move number 45. A rabbit eats a lot of gram. Okay, then its digestion starts in mouth, stomach, duodenum or ileum. And the correct answer is stomach. Why stomach? Why not mouth? काहेकि ना तो जानी चंते हमारा digestion start हुए mouth रो किंतु ग्राम कौन पे start हबनी stomach रो because ग्राम गोटे होची प्रोटीन न ग्राम गोटे फूड जे कि प्रोटीन अंडर रे आसुचे कार्बोहाइड्रेट अंडर रे आसुनी एंड माउथ थ्रू जो सालिवारी अमाइलेज बाहर ना ता पाखरे केवल कैपेसिटी अच्छी से कार्बोहाइड्रेट डाइजेशन करे पारिबो दैट टू किछि अमाउंट रे कार्बोहाइड्रेट डाइजेशन करे पारिबो माउथ पाखरे बिल्कुल भी कैपेसिटी नाही से प्रोटीन डाइजेशन करेबो कि फैट रे डाइजेशन करेबो. ओके एंड ग्राम जेहेतु गोटे प्रकार प्रोटीन से आम मानक केस रे हो किबा रैबिट केस रे हो से ऑलवेज तार डाइजेशन स्टोमक रो ही स्टार्ट हबो बिकॉज the digestion of protein starts at stomach, not in mouth, not in duodenum, not in ileum, and that's why the correct answer is option B, stomach. Okay, cells of the liver manufactured by diastase, amylase, lipase or insulin, and the right answer is diastase. By diastase the cells of the liver get manufactured. Okay, next 47. Bile salt acts as emulsifying agent, helps in absorption of fatty acid, cholesterols, etc., stimulates the bile production of the liver, or all of the above. And we know the answer, that is all the three function are functioned by bile salt, which is secreted from liver. So all of the above is the right answer. Next 48. Lacteals are central lymph vessels which are found in liver, pancreas, villi or spleen. And the answer is villi. Lacteals are central lymph vessels which are found in villis. Next 49. Kupffer cells of liver are loose connective tissues, phagocytic cells, mast cells or fat cells, and the Kupffer cells of liver are phagocytic cells. That means the cell eating capacities. The cell eating capacities are known phagocytosis, and drinking capacities, that means cell drinking capacities, are pinocytosis, and Kupffer cells of liver are phagocytic cells. Next 50. The inner surface of the large intestine is lined by muscular tissue provided with epithelial tissue, lined with both epithelial and muscular tissue, or lined by all four layers. And the correct answer is provided with epithelial tissues. Next 51 question. In vertebrates, lacteals are found in ileum, ischium, esophagus or ear. And in vertebrates, lacteals are found in ileum. Next 52. In pancreas, pancreatic juice and hormones are secreted by same cells, different cells, same cells at different times, or none of the above. And in pancreas, pancreatic juice and hormones are secreted by different cells, because pancreatic juice are the functions of exocrine gland and hormones are secreted from the cells that are the endocrinic function. So these are two different cells and the functions are also different. That's why pancreatic juice is secreted from one cell of pancreas and hormones are also secreted by glands. So these are secreted by different cells. Next, number 53. The number of salivary glands in man is 2 pairs, 3 pairs, 4 pairs or 5 pairs, and we know the answer, that is 3 pairs. Next, number 54. Pancreatic juice contains trypsin, lipase, maltase, pepsin, trypsin and maltase, trypsin, chymotrypsin, amylase and lipase, or trypsin, pepsin and amylase. And pancreatic juice contains trypsin, chymotrypsin, amylase and lipase. Next, number 55. Lactase is found in saliva, bile, pancreatic juice or intestinal juice, and lactase is found in intestinal juice. Next, digestion of both starch and protein is done by gastric juice, gastric lipase, pancreatic juice or ptyalin, and digestion of both starch and protein is done by pancreatic juice, which is secreted from the associate digestive gland, that is pancreas. Next, number 57. Which of the following terms describe human dentition? Pleurodont, monophyodont, homodont, thecodont, diphyodont, heterodont, thecodont, diphyodont, homodont, or pleurodont, diphyodont, heterodont. And which one is describe the human dentition? That is option B, thecodont, diphyodont and heterodont. Next, number 58. Which of the cells of crypts of Leverkusen secretes antibacterial lysozyme? Argentophin cells, zymogen cells, Paneth cells or Kupffer cells? And the correct answer is Paneth cells. Paneth cells of crypts of Leverkusen secretes antibacterial lysozyme, and this crypts of Leverkusen is present in ileum, jejunum and ileum, which are helps in absorption. Next, 59. Which one of the following enzymes carries out the initial step in the digestion of milk in humans? Renin, trypsin, pepsin and lipase. And the answer is renin. Renin is the only enzyme which is known as milk enzyme, and renin can also digest the milk proteins or milk related foods. So renin is the only one which can digest milks or milk product. Without renin, pepsin cannot digest the milk products and milk. So renin is the right answer. Next, number 60. A young infant may be feeding entirely on mother's milk, which is white in color, but the stools which the infant passes out is quite yellowish. What is the yellow color due to? Pancreatic juice colored into the duodenum, intestinal juice, or bile pigments passed through bile juice, or undigested milk protein casein. And the right answer is bile pigments pass through the bile juice, because the bile pigments are yellowish in color, slight yellowish in color, and as the digestion occur by the bile juice, that's why the bile pigments are passed through the bile juice, and the infant which passes out the stools are slightly yellowish in color. Okay. So ये आम कंप्लीट कर 60 क्वेश्चंस विच आर वेरी वेरी इंपोर्टेंट. आई होप कि समस्त ये पार्ट क्लीयर हो जाए. जदि किसी क्लीयर न हो कमेंट बॉक्स रे लिखंतु, मु श्योर आपनकर डाउट सब क्लीयर करी. नेक्स्ट आम बाकी 60 to 70 क्वेश्चंस डिस्कस करवा. ओके, ताले वीडियो को लाइक कर दियंतु, सब्सक्राइब कर दियंतु, एंड आपण मानकर जो मैंने भी सांग जूनियर सीनियर सब प्रिपेयर होचंते एंट्रांस एग्जाम पाई, सीएचएससी पाई एंड +3 एग्जाम पाई, से मानक पाखु शेयर कर दियंतु. थैंक यू.